Hi everybody, welcome back to Main Mission Hope, and in this video I just want to quickly compare font sizes or text sizes to give you a good idea of what I think you should be looking for when you're thinking about buying a Bible and translating those numbers, so like 6 point, 9 point, 10 point, etc., into something a little bit more human in terms of readability. So what we've got here is we've got three Bibles. Don't worry about which ones they are, but this one is 9.5 point text, this is 6.1 point, and this is 6 point. Now these two are both full Bibles. Well, they're Catholic Bibles, so they've got 73 books in, and this is just a New Testament Bible with the Psalms as well, so you can see, the difference in sizes as well. And in terms of difference in weight, that's almost a kilogram. That's about 300 grams, and that's down to 88 grams, and I've kind of compared them with the banana, so as you can see, much smaller than a banana, about the same size as a banana, bigger than a banana, and then we've got some measurements down there as well. So if we look at the 9.5 point Bible, what I think this is very relaxing readable. This is very readable just to have this at home, and you can read it very, very easily. I wear reading glasses, but it's absolutely fine. Don't have to concentrate. If the light's a bit dim, it doesn't really matter. However, when you have to compromise in size and weight and go to a smaller Bible, especially one with the Old and the New Testament, we're going down to 6.1 point text. And this is much more challenging to read unless the light is very good and you've got obviously got your reading glasses on as well. Now, funnily enough, when we go to really diddy with the just best pocket Bible, this is actually 6 points, so it's virtually the same as this one. And in fact, if we open them up together, maybe we can kind of compare them. You can see that? So in fact, this tiny little New Testament ESV is actually just as readable as this bigger and heavier Old Testament and New Testament Bible that way. However, I do believe that 6.1 point font or 6 point font is a lot more challenging to read. It's definitely a compromise. You've got to be in good light, you've got to have your reading glasses on, and if you're in a difficult situation, maybe say you're on a train or on a bus or you're on a vehicle where it was shaking around a bit, the smaller fonts definitely make it more difficult to read. However, you can't put aside that difference in weight and size, and the fact going from almost a kilogram, just over 300 grams to 88 grams, basically nothing in it. And you could have that in your trouser pocket, couldn't you? You could keep that with you there. This one's a bit bigger, you probably have to put it in a bag, but still not that heavy. With this, almost a kilogram, that's a bit of a lump to carry backwards and forwards to work or to school or to college or something like that. So I would always say bear that in mind, and it's another reason why everybody, I think, should have, if you can, have multiple paper Bibles. Have your nice big easy reading one for when you're at home and you're actually in your chair. You've got that lovely big 9 points font, 9.5 font, very easy to read. And then you've got your travel Bibles, if you like, that are smaller and lighter, and the font is more difficult, but at least it means you've got the Holy Scripture with you. So there we go. Hopefully you found this video useful. If it is, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.